Carla brought a $200 lesson receipt to Mat 7 Friday and folded it around a cracked wooden tee. The page carried 6 swing thoughts in the margin. Her first ball with all 6 went 30 yards right. Her next ball with 1 thought finished in front of her and stayed on the range. The 1 thought was smooth change of direction, not slow forever, not a pause you can photograph. It means the backswing completes at the length you own, then the club gathers speed toward the ball instead of being thrown from the top. That change can clean up several problems without asking your body to copy somebody else's turn. I'm going to build it in 6 stages. The final stage is the course test, because a move that lives only beside a basket of balls isn't the only change you need. It is another range trick. Stay through the flaw paragraphs and you'll know when to stop using it. Let me say one thing, then I'll leave it be. Everything I teach on Mat 7 is in the 60-plus distance manual, the setup changes, the equipment checklist, the 6-week range plan. Scan the QR on your screen right now, or it's down in the description. If you want it, it's there. Now let's get back to it. Ask the question before every stage. Safe, simple, repeatable, swing your age, not your ego. I'm Ray Hutchins. I owned the range for 34 years and still teach on Mat 7. I'm not a doctor or physical therapist. This is golf instruction, not a claim about pain or injury. If it hurts, stop and see your doctor. Check with your doctor before you start anything new. Range Poison says distance comes from a violent first move down. The ball doesn't care how angry the top of the swing looked. It responds to the club that arrives. We're keeping your normal stance and grip, removing extra thoughts, and changing only the transition from back to through. Stage 1 is finding the backswing you own. At 8 o'clock, make 3 rehearsals without a ball. Let the chest, arms, and club move until the motion reaches a natural completion. Don't drag the hands farther after the chest has stopped. Put a tee in the ground where the club head finishes behind you only as a visual reference, never as a target to hit. Then hit 5-7 irons at comfortable effort. Hold the finish until the ball lands. The backswing may look shorter than the one in your head. That is fine. A repeatable length gives the direction change a clear place to happen. If every rehearsal finishes at a different length, reduce effort and try again. Where it costs you is mistaking short for tight. Arms pinned to the chest can remove width and make the club feel trapped. Keep enough space for the hands to move and let the wrists respond naturally. The drill costs $0 on Mat 7 this first week of August. It still costs a basket if you rush into full shots before the rehearsal feels ordinary. Use the face of the club as the referee. Mark 5 strikes after the rehearsal. If the pattern moves inward and the flight stays inside your window, the owned backswing has passed the first gate. If contact spreads, you may have shortened by stopping the whole motion instead of letting it complete. Return to waist-high swings and allow the finish. Don't use a mirror to force a shape. Use it only to see whether the rehearsal changes length every time. Stage 2 is the towel feel. Hold one end of a hand towel as if it were a club. Swing it back and let it change direction without snapping it at the top. The useful sound arrives later, near where the ball would be. PGA instruction, published in March 2026, uses a towel drill to rebuild tempo and rhythm after time, away from the game. Make 10 towel swings with space around you, then hit 3 balls. Don't chase the loudest sound. Look for a finish that stays balanced and a strike that moves toward the center. A towel from home costs nothing. The Ocala Target listed basic hand towels near $6 during the first week of August, but buying one doesn't improve the lesson. Where it costs you is turning a feel into a performance. A towel is light, flexible, and not a golf club. It can teach timing, but it can't tell you face angle or strike. Use it for a minute, then return to the actual club. If the ball pattern gets worse, the towel thought is too strong or the stage needs more time. Alternate the towel and club instead of doing 50 towel swings at once. 3 with the towel, 3 with a wedge, then step away. On the second round, use a 7-iron. That small transfer tells you whether the later sound becomes a later burst of club speed or merely a slower backswing. Listen, then watch the ball. If the sound feels right and the start line widens, the shot has vetoed the drill for that day. Stage 3 is the 3-speed ladder. Hit 3 balls at a level that feels like 6 out of 10, 3 at 7, and 3 at 8 while keeping the same smooth change. Those numbers are feelings, not measured percentages. Stop the ladder when balance goes or contact spreads. Padraig Harrington told PGA Tour equipment staff that amateurs can experience swinging fast in practice while still playing within themselves on the course. That is an elite player's practice, not a prescription for every golfer. We're using a modest ladder to see whether transition stays organized, not trying to copy his speed work. Where it costs you is letting the last group become a contest. A faster practice swing can produce mishits and fatigue. Harrington even discussed cracked driver faces from his own speed work. You don't need that volume or violence. If effort changes the finish, return to the middle rung. If any movement hurts, stop and get appropriate medical advice. Write 3 words after each rung: contact, direction, balance. Use good, mixed, or poor. That is enough. A monitor can add speed and carry, but the simple card keeps the fastest number from taking over the session. The middle rung wins when it gives you 3 good marks more often than the top rung. Some days the comfortable rung wins. Weather, sleep, and normal life change a swing. The cue must leave room for that. You're still here. Good. Some folks went looking for a new backswing position when the club was getting lost during the first inch down. The next stage puts the change under a target. Stage 4 is a narrow start line. Place an intermediate mark a few feet ahead of the ball. Aim the face through it, build the stance, and make the smooth change without steering the hands at the mark. Hit 3 balls with a 7-iron, then 3 with a fairway wood. The club changes. The transition cue does not. Billy Horschel has described setup as a large part of his swing, and PGA Tour instruction shows him aiming the club face before the body. That supports the order here. Build the start line before you move. A good transition can't rescue an aim that asks the swing to cross itself. Where it costs you is blaming transition for a setup miss. If every ball starts on the same wrong line, reset the face and feet. 2 alignment sticks were under $20 at Golf Galaxy during the first week of August. 2 clubs laid safely on the ground work for 0. Keep every object outside the strike path. Move the intermediate mark after every 3 balls. 1 just left of center, 1 center, 1 just right. You aren't curving the ball on command. You are proving that the smooth change can live under a clear intention. A transition that works only when you aim at the middle of a wide range may disappear on a dogleg. Small target changes reveal that before the scorecard does. Stage 5 is random practice. Put a wedge, 7-iron, and driver beside the mat. Hit 1 ball with each, choosing a fresh target every time. Use the same smooth change and hold the finish. The different lengths expose whether the thought belongs to your swing or only to one club. My best students want to hit 10 good 7-irons in a row before changing clubs. I understand the comfort. The course never gives that sequence. Random practice makes you rebuild ball position, aim, and distance. The one thought should reduce clutter while those setups change. Where it costs you is fewer repeated swings with the club that needs attention. Random practice diagnoses transfer, but a brand new movement may need a short block first. Do 3 groups with 1 club, then randomize. A $12 medium bucket at the Ocala Range this first week of August is enough if you stop rehearsing after every ball and start observing the pattern. Build a 9-ball pretend hole set. Driver to a wide target, 7-iron to a flag, wedge to a short marker. Repeat the 3-hole set 3 times. Walk behind the ball and restart each routine. The score is not proximity. Give 1 point for a clear target, 1 for a smooth change, and 1 for balance. 27 points are available. That makes the cue compete under the same switching the course demands. Stage 6 is the first tee test. Before the round, make 3 smooth rehearsals and hit no more than a small warm-up group if time allows. On the tee, choose the target, finish the backswing you own, and let the direction change gather speed. No extra effort because the hole is long or somebody is watching. Use 1 score for the first 3 driving holes. Did you finish in balance and inside your normal start window? Don't score distance yet. If the cue survives those 3 holes, keep it. If it creates hesitation, return to your usual motion for the day and test again on the range. The course is not a laboratory when a group is waiting. Where it costs you is becoming careful. Smooth can turn into guided, and guided swings often slow down at the ball. The change of direction should feel patient, then the club continues through. If you are posing at the top or holding off the finish, remove the thought. Simple means the cue disappears into the motion. After the round, don't ask whether every drive was long. Ask whether the cue reduced the panic swing. Note the first tee, the tightest tee, and the final driving hole. Those three moments carry different pressure and energy. If the transition stayed recognizable in all three, the change has earned another round. If it vanished late, shorten the next practice and work on transfer while fresh. The answer may be routine, not mechanics. I know some of y'all wanted a wider stance or a lifted lead heel as the one answer. Hear me out before you scroll. Those can help individual golfers, but they change setup or motion in ways that need fitting to the person. Smooth change of direction asks less. It keeps the backswing you own and changes when effort arrives. The paperwork around good swings keeps returning to setup, sequence, balance, and a strike that can repeat. Stewart Cink's PGA Tour account tied his later career distance work to setup and the way he used the ground, not a generic command to swing harder. His result doesn't guarantee yours. It shows why an efficient motion must be individual and measured. Use the cue in plain language. Finish back, then go through. Don't count forever. Don't freeze. Don't add a second command during the downswing. A single thought earns the title only because it replaces clutter. The moment you add 5 positions to explain smooth, you have rebuilt Carla's receipt in a different handwriting. Give the cue a 2-week trial instead of a 2-minute verdict this week. On the first range day, use only irons and record the contact group. On the second, mix clubs and change targets. On the third, hit a small driver group after you have already practiced. Then take it to one ordinary round. Keep the same words every time. A cue that needs a new explanation on every club isn't yet simple. A cue that survives fresh swings, switched clubs, mild fatigue, and the first tee has earned your attention. Don't compare your finish with a picture of somebody else. Compare today's pattern with your own starting pattern and keep every miss on the page. Do 3 things tonight. Make 10 safe towel swings with clear space. Hit 9 balls tomorrow in 3 effort groups. Then play the first 3 driving holes this weekend with 1 cue and write only balance, start line, and contact. Spend no more than the cost of 1 medium bucket before you judge it. Pick the stage that exposes your transition. Backswing length, towel feel, speed ladder, start line, random clubs, or first tee transfer. Then correct me. What single cue has survived your own course test and where does mine break down for you? Give the result, not only the phrase. Next time, I'll show you the first tee mistake that makes a smooth range swing disappear before the starter waves you on. Subscribe if you want 1 useful thought instead of 6. Swing your age, not your ego. Keep it smooth, folks. I'll see you on Mat 7.